Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Aisha Lachey Reads, and in today's video we are going to be reading some of my anticipated reads. Alright, so this video I just want to read a couple books that I've been really excited for, and I figured it'd be perfect for a vlog. So yes, I'm super excited to start these books and hope that I love them because I've been super anticipating them. So the first one I am going to read is A Fate Inked in Blood by Danielle L. Jensen. This is the Fairyloot copy and it's gorgeous. I've never read any of her books. This is my first one, and I'm super excited about it. I do have some clips from last night because my camera battery was pretty dead and there wasn't really good lighting, so I decided to do my intro this morning. But I am definitely enjoying it. This is about a girl who basically gets sold, well, basically like gets given away from her husband that she doesn't like to this wannabe like king person, and it's because she has a drop of God's blood in her, and anyone that has a drop of God's blood in them has like these certain powers, and she is like a shield maiden, and so she's really sought after because the guy that ends up taking her had a prophecy said that she will help make him a king and all of that. And so in this we're going to follow her and then the son of that man, and he's going to train her and help her learn her powers and all of that stuff. And then it's a fantasy romance, so those two are going to end up falling in love. And I've just been excited for this book since it was announced. And I'm probably going to end up reading her other series after this because I'm liking it. So yeah, that is that. And when I do my other book, I'll kind of go over that one too as well. And yeah, but this is going to be the first read that I start in this vlog. Last night I got halfway through this book and like I didn't want to put it down, but I was so tired. I'm literally loving it so much. I love our two main characters, their tension and like the forbiddenness of them, and all of that is so good. There's always something going on. There's like action or angst or just everything that's going on, and this like the plot is really interesting, and like there's some really unlikable characters that I hope bad things happen to in this. But so far I am like eating this up. Like I probably would have finished it in one sitting if I wasn't so tired. But I plan on continuing reading this after I film this clip, and hopefully I finish with it because it's so good. Like if you love fantasy romance and fast-paced reads, this is gonna be definitely a pick for you. And there's like so much like I don't want to say because I don't want to spoil anything, but yeah, like I have a feeling she's gonna turn into a badass and she's gonna put some of these people in her place, and like I can't even express how much I'm enjoying this book. It's just fun and fast-paced. This is the kind of fantasy that I love, where it's like you're getting world building, you're getting storyline and stuff like that, but you're also getting like little fights and skirmishes and stuff, and there's not like long pauses and just useless information that like doesn't really need to be in there. So the pacing is really well done in this, and that's like a big thing for me. If the pacing's off, then I tend to get bored and it takes me longer to finish a book unless it has like good, really important details in it. And this is giving like both. Like you're getting like a good view of like the world and like what's going on between like the different like tribes and like stuff like that in here, and it's based off of like Norse mythology and stuff. Like the the tagline for this one for Fairyloot when they announced it was Vikings, and I totally get that vibe from it. And so I am just so excited to continue reading this, and I'll give you guys my update when I finish it. But right now it's looking like it's a 5-star. Unless something happens that I really hate, I think we're going to be at a 5-star. So I'm going to continue reading this because I just can't stop thinking about it. So I'll give you guys an update once I have read a little bit more or have finished this book. 100 pages in this book and I already love it. There's action and tension, and it's just so good. Like, I don't want to stop reading it. I'm so excited. Okay, so I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce his name, but I think it's Snorri, which doesn't make any sense. I don't know. It's probably not that. But basically, he's not a king. He is a... what is it called? Why can't I remember? Jarl. And so, like, there's a bunch of these that control all this land in this, like, world. And basically, he wants to become king. And so that's, like, the guy she's, like, forced to marry. And I freaking hate him. And I want something bad to happen to him. And I'm, like, going crazy. Because the tension between the other two characters is so good. And I just need him to be out of the picture so they can actually be together. Just saying. I have like 30 pages left and I'm terrified of what's going to happen. I have a feeling I'm going to go crazy at the end of this book. I don't know what's going to happen. And I'm going to be so mad that I have to wait for the second book. Why do I always do this? Start a new book in a series and have to wait for the next one. Like, I am nervous. Like, I want to finish it, but I don't at the same time. And just like that, I'm dead. I'm so mad I have to wait for the next book. This is bullshit. Fucking bullshit. The ending broke me. What the... I need time to process this, so I'll give you an update tomorrow. Okay, I did finish A Fate Inked in Blood last night, and this book had me in a chokehold. I literally finished it in like 24 hours because it was so good. Like, it was all action-packed. There was angst and tension and like mystery and like all these things going on, and like I kind of guessed some of the stuff just because I figured that it would probably be what happened, but still it was so good, and the ending just like destroyed me. It destroyed me, and I now have to wait for the next one to come out, so that's great, and I'm very upset about it, but I am giving this a 5-star because I loved it so much. I just had a great time reading it, and I didn't want to put it down. Like, I wanted to continue reading until I finished it because it was just so good. So if you're thinking about picking this book up, definitely do it. Do know that it does end on a cliffhanger, like most books, but it was so worth the read, and I loved every second of this. Like, the little bits of romance you get in here, like her learning about her powers and like the world, and you got a good mix of like the world building with the action, and so it wasn't just like, oh, the whole first half was just world building, and oh, the second half is just like the fighting and all of that stuff. So you got a good mix, so it was fast paced, and that's like what I love in a book. If a book is fast paced and keeps me gripped and paid, like keeps my attention, that's when I know like I really love a book. Like, if there's parts that drag, it drives me nuts, but this one I didn't feel like it really dragged that much. There might have been like a few places, but it was fantastic. 5 stars, definitely recommend. And I don't know if this comes out, I don't think this video is going to come out before it's released, but it's released on the 27th, so definitely go get your copy and know that it was definitely worth it, and I'm so happy I picked this up. And then the next book that I want to read in this video that I have been really excited about, it's also the beginning of a series, so I'm probably going to be frustrated in the end when I have to wait for the next one because I've heard this one's really good, and it is Baybound, and this is a Fairyloot exclusive. I don't know a whole lot about this one, so I'll just read the back and kind of see just kind of the gist of it. It says, "Divine by blood, imprisoned by fate, bound by desire, welcome to the intoxicating world of the Fae." And so that's all I needed to know about this book. That's all I needed to know. So I'm kind of going to go into this one a little bit more blind, and then I'll give you guys some more updates when I like start reading it, just because I don't want to know like a whole lot. And yeah, this one is the Fairyloot cover again. It's freaking gorgeous. The blues, like the gold foiling is gorgeous, like, and the sprayed edges are even better. Like, Fairyloot is killing it with these designs, and the end papers are beautiful. Let's see. The end pages are beautiful, like, and like and then the cover, like, I wonder if it's gonna do it again where it doesn't do a very good. But it has the beautiful gold foiling on it all the way around, and I'm just excited. I'm excited to pick this up, and we will see how I like this one. It's been on my TBR for a little bit now, so yeah, I'm excited to read these, and those were two of my most anticipated reads lately. Oh yeah, and then I forgot, there is also reversed dust jacket art. So yeah, you also get that, but I'm in love with this cover, and it's so much prettier. Like, this cover is so much prettier than the original. The original is like a red, and I am not a red fan. Like, it's red and black. Black is cool, but red is not my favorite. So I'll put a little picture of like the red one right here. See, like, this one versus this one. You can't tell me that this cover isn't like goals. Like, this is what the original cover should have looked like, because it's so pretty. But yeah, I want to start that one today and see how far I get, and then I will give you guys an update once I've done some reading on it. But yeah, I'm super excited to read this and read about some more Fae. So yep, I will give you guys an update once I start reading this. I read about 100 pages of Faybound last night. I'm liking it so far. We're just getting into learning about the characters and the world and stuff. So we're just getting into like the story, but I'm liking it so far. I'm liking the world, all of that. There's a sapphic romance in here. Yeah, it's pretty good so far. It's definitely keeping me intrigued. I didn't read for a couple days just because I was at work and I was kind of busy, and then this morning I cleaned my room and then I filmed my May TBR, and I am trying to edit it right now, but it literally, my computer, I don't even want to talk about it because I'm so mad. It literally like won't load anything, and I've had to like restart it a couple times, and it's driving me crazy. But we have another computer that we just have to go get the screen fixed for, and it's a newer one. So we're going to do that soon, and then I won't have this problem anymore. But I literally just want to throw this computer because I just need to edit this video and get it up on the channel. But no, my computer decided to be dumb. So as soon as I'm done editing this, even if I even can, then I'm going to continue reading some more of Faybound. And I will give you guys an update and let you know how I am liking it. So I am about halfway through Faybound. I'm still enjoying it. It's nothing like super crazy. Like I'm like not like obsessed with it like I was the last book. So Like, A Fate Inked in Blood was so good. And I'm just not as obsessed with this one as I was with that one. But I'm still liking it. I guess one of the things that was going to happen. But yeah, I just plan on reading some more of this, and then I'll give you guys a little bit of update later. And then after I finish this, I don't know if I'm going to read another book or end the vlog, but I guess we'll kind of figure it out from there, depending on when it finishes. But I kind of want to finish the rest of this today, because I only have half of it left, so it shouldn't take me that long to read it. Okay, so I want to end this reading vlog. I ended up reading 3 of my Fairyloot books, which is really good. I only have 1 more that I need to read that I've got, and so that makes me really happy because I want to stay on top of them. And so I read A Fate Inked in Blood. I gave this one 5 stars. I absolutely loved it. It kind of put me in a reading slump after because I just loved it so much and it was so good, and I just wasn't getting that vibe from anything else. And definitely pick it up. It's like my new favorite like fantasy romance series, and it's just so good. So I definitely suggest picking this one up if you like fantasy romance. Definitely gonna be one of my favorites of like the year. And then I read Faybound. I actually don't have my copy because I actually traded it to my coworker for one of her young adult Fairyloot books. I liked that one. It just wasn't like my favorite book ever. I think I gave that one 3 stars. Like, it was really good. I liked the characters and all of that stuff. But it wasn't my favorite. Like, it was a good story, and I think other people would really love it and enjoy that book too. It had good representation. It had like a cool magic system and all of that kind of stuff. So I really liked that one, but I'm just trying to limit what I have on my shelves. And my coworker really loved that book, so we just decided to trade, and that way I could read a book that I haven't read that she had. So yeah, I really enjoyed that one. Gave it a 3 stars. I might continue on with the series, I might not. It kind of just depends, but yeah, I enjoyed that one. And then I did read some of Son of Blood and Ruin. This one I actually DNF'd, and I think it was more just like a me thing because it had like a lot of Spanish like places and words and stuff like that, and it was just like a lot of it all at once, like constantly, and it was just like really hard for me to process because I am dyslexic and stuff, and so I have a hard time with like words normally, and so having like all of these names and places and stuff, and they just like kept repeating them, it was like really hard for me to follow, and I just wasn't feeling it. And seeing as how this one put me in a book slump, I was just like, no, this one is for me, and I don't want to waste time on books that I'm not enjoying or loving. So yeah, I ended up DNFing this one. I think other people would really like it. It just wasn't for me. And so yeah, I think I'm just going to put this one up on my Etsy, not my Etsy, my Mercari, and my, I forgot what the other book app was called. I don't know, but I'm going to post it and then sell this one so that I can keep my space so far. But yeah, so with all the Fairyloot books that I've read, I've really enjoyed most of them, so it's definitely worth the subscription for me, because that was one thing I wanted to do, is see if I like actually was liking the books that they were releasing, because if not, I was just going to cancel my subscription. But I think I really enjoyed what I've read so far, so I'm going to keep it for now, and then just kind of depending on how the books go later on, I might cancel it. But yeah, I really enjoyed my time during this reading vlog, and I like the books that I read. And yeah, Fairyloot adult one is definitely worth it. I like that it's just the book and not like the extra goodies and stuff, just because I don't have a lot of space, and so it's nice to just have the books and that's it. And yeah, and I have my coworker, so she will buy some of like the adult ones that I don't want too, so that's always nice. Like, I sold her my Swordcatcher one. I haven't read it yet, but I have like the original copy, and I was just not a fan of like the special edition, like the edition that they had, so I just sold that one to her just so I had more shelf space too. But so far, I'm really liking the books that I've read. I still need to read, what is it called? I'll grab it really quick. Okay. I still need to read the Hurricane War. I did start this a little bit ago when I was in like a fantasy mood, but I was enjoying it. So I have high hopes for this one because I was already liking the writing styles and the characters. So yeah, this will be in like another vlog coming up probably. And then another adult Fairyloot one that I really liked was Her Majesty's Royal Coven, and I read this not last year but the year before, and I really loved that. And I just ordered the second one in this edition, so I'm gonna read that one soon as well. So I'll probably put the second one of these and this one in a reading vlog, and so you guys can see my thoughts on the other Fairyloot ones that I have. But yeah, I think that's going to be all for this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. I love just making these videos, and it's just something fun for me to do. So yeah, please help out the channel, and I will see you guys in my next video. Happy reading!